Hello and welcome to the Virtual Jewish Thought of the Week. This is Rabbi Dan Lewin speaking to you from Dallas, Texas. Previously, we discussed the contribution of the Baal Shem Tov in the teaching of Ahavas Yisrael based on the commandment Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, that you should love your neighbor as yourself. But after appreciating the importance of this commandment, one is always left with the question of how can I ever get there? I may be able to appreciate people, I may be able to be more patient and more tolerant, but in the end, how can I ever fulfill the commandment in truth of loving my neighbor as myself? So what we're going to do now is just discuss one brief method offered by Rabbi Shneur Zalman of Liadi in his classical work of the Tanya, in which he provides a pathway to fulfill this commandment. Now, in order to understand this, let's speak in general terms that the human being is composed of a body, and then we have personality, and then there's that more intangible, untouchable, abstract, deep power within us, which we call the soul. Now, all three of these comprise what we know as ourselves. We say we know how we look, we know our general character traits and personality, and we know that we have something deeper within us that fuels us and that we constantly try to make contact with. And the question really is, when we think of ourselves, which element do we identify with the most? Now what he says is this, that somebody that identifies primarily with their bodies, with their physical presentation, and it doesn't pay much attention when viewing themselves to the deeper element or the soul, is going to have a very difficult time recognizing and appreciating the beauty of other people and connecting to other people. Why? What does the physical have to do with appreciation for other people? Why not say that, look, I care a lot about how I look, my happiness is mainly from material things, and I'm very conscious, self-conscious, but I can still love people. So the general rule that he puts forth is that the more you're accustomed to identifying yourself with your physical image, the more you're automatically going to be looking and noticing the differences between people. Whereas when you are more associated, when you say, look, I know the physical is temporary, my happiness is not dependent on material things, on physical things, and I'm going to make an effort to try to tap into that deeper element of myself, then when you encounter somebody else, automatically you're looking in the same way at them, not noticing their physical presentation as much, not noticing their talents or personality, but trying to make contact with a deeper element in them. Because when it comes down to it, while all souls may not be equal, it is impossible to tell the greatness of somebody's soul. So you never really know. That's number one. Number two, all souls are connected. So even if you see that someone, wow, this must be a very great soul, this person has things that I don't have, nevertheless, everybody, like we said before, completes everybody else. So in summary, we're not saying that the physical is not important. We're not saying that somebody should be completely oblivious to talents and physical appearance and so forth. The point is, where is your major investment? When it comes time to how you identify with yourself and your major pursuit in life, are you more affected by the physical appearance? Is that what you're really paying attention to? And same thing, your physical blessings, your material blessings? Or is your major identification with yourself, when you think, who am I, you're trying to more uncover the soul? And so the message is, the more we identify with the soul personally, the easier it gets to feel connected to other people and to fulfill the commandment of Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, to love your neighbor as yourself. That's, in short, the advice that he gives, the initial advice that he gives as a pathway to fulfill this commandment. Now, this is perhaps one of the most relevant messages right before Rosh Hashanah, because the verse in the Chumash in the Bible that speaks about the day of judgment, the day of Rosh Hashanah, where all the Jewish people are assembled and gathered together, where Moses says, you are standing together today, all as one people. And the message in that is that on the day of judgment, the Jewish New Year, that one should recognize that you are standing together. It's not a bunch of individuals coming together and pleading on the behalf of them and their family. It's an entire unit standing together where each part of that unit complements the other, and it's one people. And so this message of loving your neighbor as yourself is a good prerequisite to a healthy, happy, sweet New Year. Thank you for watching. I want to wish everybody and their entire family a chasiva v'chasima toiva, shana toiva masuka, a good, healthy, sweet New Year. And I would love to hear your feedback or comments on any of the topics discussed in the videos. If you would like to sponsor a dedicated video, you can email me at the address below. And I look forward to speaking with you in 2 weeks.